Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Blockbull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today guys, it's just going to be a short and sweet market update as well. I'll try to keep the video under 10 minutes if possible. But first and foremost, it is an important day right over here with XRP. Obviously we've got that final date in the documentation between the litigation between Ripple and the SEC. XRP currently trading just above 51 cents. So today guys, we've got the XRP news, SEC versus Ripple showdown looms, investors watch closely. So this was published yesterday. So let's just get to it. So SEC Ripple appeal threat and XRP headwind. So reports of a 40% increase in trading volume and surge with the XRPL transactions. So there's been a 40% increase with the volume on the XRP ledger. Which is obviously positive news. That was obviously Q1. Q2, it doesn't seem like they've got any information in this particular article. However, it is talking about both sides of the story, whether or not SEC gets a win or whether the Ripple gets a win here. So this is just explaining the Ripple SEC case to a T. So what they're looking at here, obviously it's all highlighted in purple here. So on Monday, being today, the SEC versus Ripple case will be in focus. According to the court schedule, the SEC, Ripple and any third parties must file briefs opposing the omnibus letter motions. The court will then rule on the omnibus ceiling motions. After the court ruling, the parties have 14 days to file redacted versions of all documents. So in that 14-day window, they will become public information. Obviously, the SEC is trying to impose a penalty of up to $2 billion. So that would be a heavy defeat, and obviously that would be a massive loss for Ripple if that was to be the case. Obviously, Ripple are counter-arguing that, you know, the fine should be more like 10 million. So hopefully we get some sort of resolution in terms of the fine that will be paid by Ripple case, and obviously, you know, hopefully that would then in turn result in a settlement. However, we could potentially go to trial. A lot of crypto Twitter is saying at the moment that it is likely that we will see a settlement or even like some sort of appeal off the SEC. So we could see like a pump and dump in the market, which is kind of what I'll show you guys in the charts right now. So this is what I've got at the moment, guys. Not been on the charts. I've had a nice weekend away at the moment. Just got back this morning. However, XRP is currently trading off the bottom trend line here, so I do not expect Ripple or XRP price action to fall any lower than the current price action here. Obviously, I've got these fractals as well, which again are subjective as well, which I will manipulate into place. Obviously these are past fractals, so obviously it's not got the price action leading up to the top of the trend line before the explosion to the upside. But if we was to get some sort of settlement and then appeal, that would explain the pump and dump. So I would like to rally up, test previous all-time highs set in 2017-18, and then obviously you'd get that rollover then once appeal, and then XRP would then be looking to rally, because this is, for me, this would be the official breakout. So that's 77 weeks or 252 days post the Bitcoin halving, which is the time analysis which I did in a separate video. So once this breakout for me would be when XRP and Ripple get clarity to sell institutionally, and that would only happen if we went to trial personally. However, you know, anything can happen in this trial, so you just gotta maintain and keep faith. Just hodl. You know, worst case scenario, you're looking at the end of the year, so you got like 6 months of accumulation still. So count these low prices as a blessing rather than seeing it as frustration and, you know, being impatient and, you know, hopping and jumping into other cryptos. If you are a firm believer, just make sure you hold. Casper, I've currently just got into Casper because the risk to reward for me, when you're trading with large sums of money, you want risk to reward. Yes, there are other cryptos in the market that can pump harder and you can make better returns. However, for me, it's all about mitigating risk, and that for me is what separates the best sort of investors and traders. as opposed to like amateurs jumping in and out of the market, basically buying up green candles as a result of FOMO. As you can see, we've got this trend line here. Casper's taking a nice bounce here, so we've like you could call that a retest there with a wick down, bounce, bounce, bounce. So that trend line's holding really well, and as you can see, I've marked out the risk to reward here with the downside, which would probably hit those sort of lows, and then obviously you've got all that upside potential as well. Obviously, first targets would be here at the red line, which would be the weekly close. You've obviously got the daily closes higher up here. And then you've got the wick on inception up around all-time high there, $23.70. So massive gains to have there. That would be a fantastic trade for me. What else I actually want to cover before we go into some more cryptos as well? Let's just have a look at these precious metals, these commodities. So look at silver now. We're setting sort of highs that haven't been seen for over like 11 years, I believe. So yeah, what I could do is put this into the weekly time frame, and then we can see where the price is. So you can see where this dashed red line is. So we've not been at these prices since February 2013. So that's more than 11 years since we've been at these prices for silver. Obviously, we've created this wedge as well, which has been going since around 2008 when the financial collapse happened. Everyone remembers the financial crisis of 2008. Got that breakout now. Whether or not silver wants to retest this wedge and then go again to make that final move, that is a possibility. But for me, it's a long-term hold. I do hold physical silver as well, which is locked up in vaults, being nice and secured. So I've not got to worry about security with that. Let's see where gold did as well, because gold has just set a new all-time high today. Let's have a look. Gold is in my watch list here. So this is the all-time high now. So we've got this wick here. You can see the high, $2,450. Now gold has obviously been traded and used as a currency for the past 2, 3, 4,000 years. I don't know, but gold has always been used as a source of medium of exchange for thousands of years. So the fact that we're living at the time, like today's date, is the highest gold has ever been valued at. That is just absolutely phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty incredible. Over to XDC. Again, I've got two charts for XDC. One on like the sort of smaller time frames, and then one looking at the macro. But again, for me, we are trading around the bottom of this trend line. So the risk to reward element as well with XDC is phenomenal. Obviously, I'd be looking at getting back up here to the top of this trend line, and ultimately looking to break out of here. So XDC could do something similar to XRP, where we break out here, take out all-time highs around 19-20 cent, and then roll back over towards the end of the year, and then we get that official breakout end of year. So what else have we got? VELO as well. We'll also touch on VELO. So for me, VELO is still coming down. You got that red line that was acting as support. We did break down, but it looks as if VELO's going back up to retest. So this could be an opportunity to exit the market if it doesn't hold support, because I would expect then capitulation, at least to that sort of level, which comes across to this sort of significant price action here on the weekly for VELO. So for me, again, going back to risk to reward, VELO is not worth it in my eyes. Yes, long term it will see a lot of potential, a lot of increase, expansion in the price action. Some magnificent returns to be had, but right now it's not a trade for me. There's safer options out there. Gala as well, easy, simple chart as well to follow. Again, what I'll do is we can alter that, because obviously this blue line we're drawn on the daily, we're now on the weekly, as you can see. So we've had a couple of tests here. You can see that red wick there coming down, and then obviously we're forming this bull pennant. Looks like we're breaking out there if we do scroll in. So again, this is on the weekly, so it is looking bullish for Gala. Let's just measure the risk involved if he was to come down. So if he was to come down, looking about 26%, so 3 cent 3 would be a fantastic option if Gala was to roll over. As you know, as I've covered before, Gala does move in vertical lines. So as soon as we move this blue, as soon as we break through this blue horizontal line, I just expect a really good couple of weeks. That's just how Gala works, unfortunately, with the algorithm. I say unfortunately because you know, you miss it in a blink of an eye. Within 2 weeks, the move's over, and then you're in a prolonged bear market. So yeah, they're just the risks involved. We're approaching 10 minutes, guys, anyway. So if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you're not already. I've been the Block Bull. Over and out.